Hello guys, it's Becca and we are here for Rocking with Becca. Rocking with Becca is a series of videos that I do every Saturday that I can. There's sometimes I miss, but I try to do it on Saturday. Well, it's the only day I do Rocking with Becca, but I try to do it every Saturday. Sometimes I have to miss. But it's where I sit here in my nursery in my rocking chair, rocking a baby, and we just chat about different things. I give shout outs. I share the baby of the day. And we just have a good time of fellowship. Let me go move this boppy over so Macy don't fall off the bed. Hang on, guys. Let Mama move it over, baby. Let Mama move it over. Now then, come on. There you go. Now then. Sorry about that, guys. I have the boppy right at the edge of the bed where I sit to do my videos changing the babies. And Macy, at first she wasn't doing it, but the past few days she's been getting up there on the boppy. And when it's right at the edge of the bed like that, I'm scared she's going to roll off. So I went and moved it away from the edge of the bed so she could get on the boppy if she wanted to. But Rocking with Becca is usually a lengthy video. So right now would be a good time for you to pause the video and go get you a cup of coffee or hot tea or a glass of iced sweet tea, or whatever your drink of choice would be. Mine is hot coffee in the morning time, and I will be pausing occasionally to take a sip. So in the afternoon I like to drink iced coffee, but in the morning time I love my hot coffee. So anyway, that is basically what Rocking with Becca is. And so I'm sitting here rocking my baby of the day, and I'm going to show you who the baby of the day is. And I'm also doing I've been incorporating in every video, even Rocking with Becca, that I'm going through all of my dolls one at a time, naturally, one a day. Sometimes it's according to what's going on. I might do 2 a day. But I'm going through all of my dolls, and I am making sure I have COAs or either birth certificates for them. If they don't have one, I'm making them one, so I will have something on every doll that I have. My baby type dolls, my human type dolls, my realistic reborns, however you want to say it. Now, when I say I'm making up papers for every doll, I'm not talking about Rainbow High and Barbie and all of this. If they didn't come with papers and I don't have papers for them, then I just don't have paper for them. Some of my Cabbage Patch I bought secondhand, and they didn't have their papers. Some I bought new, and they do have their papers. So, but when I say all of my dolls, I'm talking about in the nursery, human type baby dolls that I, do something with every day. So, this here is, let me show you her first. This is little Jenny, Jenna Lynn. Jenna Lynn. Mama's Jenna Lynn. Jenny Lynn. Jenny Lynn. Mama's Jenny Lynn. Yeah. Yes, there is. And there's a little story behind her. I'm going to show you. She came with this little blanket that on the corner is a little lamb. And it says, "Blessed are the pure of heart." And that's her little lovey. She keeps her little lovey with her all the time. She loves her little lovey. Okay, she is Ashton Drake. Right now I'm going through all of my Ashton Drake first. She is "Blessed are the pure of heart." And this is her COA. She is a Ping Lao sculpt. Ping Lao sculpted her for Ashton Drake. So it says, "Certificate of Authenticity. Blessed are the pure of heart." Blessed are the Pure Heart is an original issue, so truly real vinyl doll with a weighted body designed by master doll artist Ping Lao. This doll is issued exclusively by the Ashton Drake Galleries. And then it tells that whenever it retires, it will not be coming back again. So, Ping Lao made this doll, you know, for Ashton Drake, and Ashton Drake's the only one that sells this sculpt. And she's my little Jeannie Lynn. And her so sweet. Oh, the story behind this doll. Not this particular one. This one I've bought pretty recently. I should have went back and tried to find the date. I'm going to start putting the date of when I adopted them, so I'll know how long I've had them. But I'll have to really look. I'll probably have to go back on Ashton Drake. I got a hangnail, guys. It's bothering me. I'll probably have to go back on Ashton Drake to see when I purchased her. So anyway, not this particular one, but when I first started collecting reborns back in 2018, Blessed are the Pure of Heart sculpt was one of the very first, well, was the very first Ashton Drake sculpt that I purchased. And she was one of my first dolls. I think my first doll was actually, I got it off of Wish. And it's my little Macy that I keep in my curio cabinet. Which there's a story behind Macy too, but Jeannie here, or Blessed of the Pure Heart, was one of the very first dolls that I adopted and started collecting. And I kept that one that I had, purchased back then. I kept it for two or 3 years, and then 2 or 3 years. Yeah, 2 or 3 years, maybe even 4. Because this is 2025. Whew. It's amazing. Amazing, astonishing, unbelievable how fast time has traveled. And I tell you, from the time I started collecting. So I've been collecting about 7 years. Or it will be in October or November of this year. It'll be 7 years. Am I right? Let's see. 18, 19, 20. Yeah, be 7 years. Wow. But anyway, I had purchased a Blessed of the Pure of Heart from Ashton Drake. and kept her for quite a few years, and then decided to sell her. Uh, I get in these moods that I think I have too many dolls, and so I try to go through them and see which ones I think I could do without, and I'll sell them. And then a lot of times down the road, I regret that I've sold them. Of course, if I had every doll I've ever had since I've been collecting, and the ones I have now, I would have no room for them, because I've been through quite a few dolls that I've purchased and sold and repurchased and sold. And yeah, it's a thing. But I'm going to say within the last year, 9 months, year, I can't. The way time flies, it may even be longer than that. I can't remember. I started really regretting getting rid of my Blessed of the Pure of Heart, because she was kind of like a reminder of me starting out of my, collecting reborns. And so I decided to order her again and have her in my collection as a reminder, even though it's not the very same doll I had when I first ordered Blessed of the Pure Heart. She's still that sculpt, and she is a reminder of me starting out, collecting reborns. So, that is the story behind my little Jenny Lynn. Yeah. And I just love her little face. I just love her little face. Yes, I do. She's so pretty. Yes, her so pretty. And she looks like she's looking right in my eyes when I look at her. She's so pretty, that little smile on her face. Anyway, she's the baby of the day. And so I also always try to do a shout out. Hang on just a second. I have to have my energy. I try to always do a shout out on my channel of a channel that I am subscribed to. I might not watch them real often because I'm subscribed to a lot of people, and it's impossible to get around to everybody real often. But I do try to go through and go give them love, every now and then when I can. And so I try to give a shout out to a channel that has under 1,000 subscribers. I remember when I was trying to, build up my channel and get more viewers so I would have more people to interact with. I remember, thinking, whenever I'd be watching one of the channels, that had a lot of subscribers, I would think, if they would just give me a shout out, I'm sure their subscribers that loves them because they gave me a shout out would come over and subscribe to my channel. And I remember thinking about that a lot when I'd watch those larger channels. So what I'm trying to do, I know I'm not a huge channel, but I am up there a little ways, and so what I try to do is give those channels that are under 1,000 subscribers, try to give one channel a Saturday a shout out, and try to help to get them some more subscribers. So our shout out for today is the channel name is Jennifer's Heaven Sent Reborn Nursery. Jennifer's Heaven Sent Reborn Nursery. She's been on YouTube since December of 2022. And she has, as of this morning when I checked, 600 and 66 subscribers. Now, guys, I'm asking you, please go over to Jennifer's channel. If you're not already subscribed to her, please subscribe to her and get her off of that 666 number. If you know, you know. If you know, you know. Get her, let's get her off that 666 number, okay? And give her some YouTube love and let her know I sent you. So, that is our shout out. I will have Jennifer's link in the title of this video, so you can just click on it and go over to her channel and check her out and give her some YouTube love. So, that is pretty much covers the preliminaries of this video. I've also, I have been incorporating in my Rockin' with Becca videos the theme called Small Dolls and Stuffy Saturday, and that is hosted by Leisha over at Binky's and Blanky's Nursery. I thought Rockin' with Becca would be a good time to show my other type dolls other than my reborn type dolls. It will give me a chance to share my other type dolls with you. And I have, for me, an exciting display of dolls to share with you today. And there's a story behind them I can tell you about. So I will be doing that after we talk about the topic of the day. And I will have that hashtag and Leisha's link in the description of this video, because all that won't fit in the title. So I will have hashtag Small Dolls and Stuffy Saturday in the description, as well as Leisha's at Binky's and Blanky's Nursery link. I'll have that there in the description for you to have access to just go click on it. You click on the channel link of the person, it takes you to their channel and you can see what they're doing. If you click on the hashtag, it brings up all the videos of everyone that has ever put that hashtag in their title of their videos. So that gives you you know, access to everyone that has participated in the collab. So that covers that. Let me get another sip of Mojo. Now, for our topic of the day, I have a quick question. How do you store and display your babies? Your dolls. How do you store and display? Well, as you can see, most of my babies are on shelves. I have shelves here. I have shelves against that wall over there. Then around the border of the bed line and shelves, you know, we're all around the edge there. I have baby bouncers, baby cradles, baby strollers, baby car seats, a real baby car seat, a baby rocker. I have all, you know, all different kind of things just around, up against the bed and, you know, around the room, the perimeter of the room. Then I have my two big dolls that just stands up, my Louis and Louisa, that just stands up there. Then on my bed, I have the bed here in the nursery, the uh, I have boppies, and I have portable beds, and little baskets, and boxes that some dolls came in that looks like a cradle. Um, and then I have some just sitting up on the pillows. And as far as storage, now I display all my dolls. I may have to change that because, you know, when I feel like, okay, I have my shelves like I want them. I have my babies displayed on them. And so any other babies I get has to go on the bed. And y'all know when I get too many things, you know, my bed gets too crowded and cluttered, I get to feeling, you know, overwhelmed and smothered. So I may have to start storing some dolls. As at this point now, I have all my babies out. I don't have any put away and stored away. All my babies are out on display at this point. Now, I have shelves in my bedroom. This is the nursery, or the extra, you know, the guest room. If I ever have any guests that spends the night, they'll just have to sleep in here with the babies. I'll just have to move the babies off the bed and move the things that's around the edge of the bed over, you know, to the corner to give them room to get in the bed. But they'll just have to sleep in here with the dolls. And if they don't like the dolls, they'll just have to not stay. That's all I got to say. But yeah, as of right now, all of my babies are displayed. But oh, I have shelves in my bedroom that hangnail there, or actually it's the skin on the edge of my nail, on my thumbnail, and it's bothering me. It needs to be clipped off. I can't get it with my teeth. But anyway, I have shelves in my bedroom that I have like my American Girl, my Rainbow High, Ashton Drake, my ball jointed dolls, the dolls that I'm going to be sharing with you today, my Blythe. All of these dolls I have on the shelves in my bedroom. Well, there's dolls in there that I don't do anything with. And they're just sitting there. And I never move them, you know, to share them. And it's just a lot of dusting and, you know, and they're taking up room for no particular reason except for just displays. So what I'm thinking of doing is pulling those dolls off the shelves and store them until I decide what I want to do with them. Whether I want to get rid of them, sell them, give them away, whatever. I've tried selling them before and no one ever wanted to buy them. So I'm thinking either I'm going to have to give them away, like to a thrift store or something like that, because, or either just store them to be stored and taking up space. But I'm thinking about taking those I never do anything with and storing them, and that will give me room on my shelves to display other dolls, baby type dolls, that I won't have to put so much on my bed to make me feel overwhelmed and, you know, smothery. And then once I get those shelves in there complete, you know, full, where I have nowhere else to put any of dolls like that in there, then I'll just have to start storing, putting some of my babies away in storage. Like, when I say in storage, I'm not talking about taking them to a storage building. I'm talking about just finding some kind of container to wrap them up real good and put them in, store them in the closet. where I will have them to switch out, you know, if I get to where, you know, I want different babies out. But that will be a ways away because I'm not purchasing very many dolls right now. Let me rephrase that. I'm trying not to purchase very many dolls. And I'm going to leave it at that. But the dolls I purchase right now, if I purchase any, are very inexpensive and affordable because I cannot afford $100 dolls. My Cindy, the summer strawberry doll that I got from Paradise Galleries, she was over $100, but I didn't pay over $100 for her because I had some points that I used that took a certain percentage off of, you know, what she, you know, Paradise Galleries points, it takes some money off of a purchase. And I couldn't get my thoughts together. So I got her for under $100, although she, you know, by the time shipping and taxes and all, she was close to 100, but she still was under 100. Although on the website she cost over 100. So I'm thinking that unless Paradise Galleries and Ashton Drake has a really good sale, I'm thinking that I'm probably not going to be purchasing from them for quite a little while. Although, I'm going to tell you about a sale that I did participate in, that I did, not, what do you say, take advantage of, whatever you want to call it. But anyway, if Paradise Galleries is getting to where they're going to be charging over $100 for their dolls, I'm not going to be able to purchase from them because I'm having to be very limited with my spending and leave it to only my YouTube money, which I didn't get paid this month in May. Usually get my check around the 21st. I didn't get one this month. I don't know. YouTube does what it wants to do, I guess. But and I actually was depending on that money to purchase the giveaway baby that I'm going to be giving away, and so the giveaway probably won't be until the end of June because I've got to have some money to purchase the baby. But anyway, what I was saying, the summer strawberry, she's over $100 when you buy her off the website if you don't have points or anything to add to it. And so the only way I was able to get her was I was able to use my points to get her. And not all, you know, it helped take some money off of her. So it was at a price I was able to do with my points taken off of, you know, taking some off of it. But what I was going to tell you, guys, Ashton Drake is having a 40th anniversary sale. Ashton Drake hardly ever puts their dolls on sale. Hardly ever. If you like Ashton Drake dolls, right now would be a good time to go and buy an Ashton Drake dolls. They have some that the lowest I've seen as far as, you know, like the reborn size and up, the lowest I've seen was $59.99. But guys, that is an awesome sale for Ashton Drake. I don't know, Ashton Drake just hardly ever puts sales on because I guess people like them and purchase them whether they're on sale or not, and you know, they just don't feel the need to do a sale, I guess. You hardly ever see a sale on Ashton Drake. But right now they are having their 40th anniversary sale. And like I said, I did purchase one of the $59.99 dolls. I put it on the payment plan so I could pay for it in payments. But yeah. And they're smaller dolls, you know, or they're more toy-like dolls and things. You can find some that's even under $59.99. But as far as the baby, you know, reborn, newborn type and up, the cheapest was $59.99, and I got one of those. So, yeah, spoiler alert, I did. I'm telling you about it. So I'll have that doll coming in, and I'm excited about that. And I'll go ahead and tell you, I've also purchased another doll from Amazon that was like $39, and I couldn't pass it up at that price. So I got it. It's gonna be, should be in, I'm thinking, no, I've just purchased it. I don't think they've gave me a date on it, when it due. I'll have to go back and check. I can't remember. So we've got a few things coming in that I was, you know, was in my price range that I could get. And because I put, you know, the Ashton Drake on a payment plan, so that helps. So, all that being said, more babies coming in. I am going to have to try to find some more space that I'm not just totally overwhelming myself with these dolls everywhere in this nursery. Because when it gets too packed in here, I get to feeling smothered. My blanket shelf over there, I'm going to have to redo it. Because it's bothering me. It is just bothering me. So anyway, that is our topic for the day. Now, I would love to hear, I would love for you to put in the comments how you store and display your dolls. And if you'd like to do a video on it, sharing it, please do so and tag me in it, so I can see how you display your dolls. I love to see how people display their dolls. That's kind of like a nursery tour, or, you know, I love to see. It gives me ideas. It gives me suggestions, you know, ways of doing. Cena, from Cena's Dolls, has given me the idea of getting the containers with the lid. You know, if I need to store some away, you wrap them up good in a blanket, and you can layer them in there and store several dolls in one container. And, you know, you could, me personally, what I'm going to do is leave my hand-painted reborns out always. But if I need to store some, I would store like my manufactured dolls, like my Ashton Drake or my Amazon dolls, or, you know, Paradise Galleries. The manufactured dolls, I would store them away, keep my reborns. I don't plan on buying any other reborns unless something comes up that there's just an excellent price, or a new sculpt comes out that I feel like I just cannot do without. At this point, I haven't seen another sculpt that I feel like I can't do without. Usually I can get a manufactured doll that's just as satisfying to me as the reborn. But, you know, I just can't afford that right now. I can't pay the price of a hand-painted reborn right now. I have a lot of hand-painted, authentic reborns. So, you know, they're just going to have to satisfy me. And if I get new dolls, like I said, it's going to have to be the manufactured cheap ones. Ones that's very inexpensive, or either ones that's on sale, like Ashton Drake's dolls. Some of their dolls are right now. You know, even Paradise Galleries right now, unless they put it on sale and they're, you know, cheap enough that I can feel like, you know, justifiable to get them, I'm going to have to be limited even on Ashton Drake and Paradise Galleries. So, let's go on to Small Dolls and Stuffy Saturday. I'm going to go lay Jenny down, and I will be right back. Oh, that's why Macy was... I was sitting on her toy. That's why she was over here. No, Mama's not through, baby. Get on the bed. Go get on the bed. Mama's not through, okay? Mama's not quite through with the video yet, okay? All right. So, for Small Dolls and Stuffy Saturday, that is hosted by Alicia over at Binky's and Blakey's Nursery, what you do is you share... like your 18-inch dolls, Blythe dolls, or little bitty dolls, even though they might be like, you know, babies. But if they're like 10-inch, you know, 12-inch, 18-inch and under, I think she said. 18-inch and under would be for the Small Dolls and Stuffies. Be like your Cabbage Patch dolls, anything like that. So, and then the stuffy part, they don't have to be small. They can be big stuffies. But, you know, it's also a time you can share your stuffed animals or your stuffed whatever, cloth dolls, whatever you have, you know, that would fall in that category. So, I have some dolls here today. I am going to share with you, and I'm going to comb their hair because it's a mess. I have some Fisher-Price dolls, and these are the My Friend dolls. And this one I have in my hand here is a boy, and his name is Mikey. I'm going to comb his hair. His name is Mikey. Now, these dolls were not out when I was a kid. Oh, and I meant to write it down. Let's see if it's on the back of his neck. I meant to write down the date. I can't see it good, guys. My eyes are not good. The date's on there, but I can't make it out. 19... I can't tell. I'll try to have, in the description, I'll try to put the information of these dolls. What year they came out and all that. They are Fisher-Price dolls. But like I said, I was already married when these dolls came out. And then I didn't have any girls. I had boys. And back then, boys didn't play with dolls. They could play with like action figures and dragons and, you know, things of that sort, but not dolls. You just didn't let your boys play with dolls back in those days. And so I never looked at dolls. But This here is Fisher Price Mikey. Okay, I'm going to set him over here. And I'm going to get another one. There's 4 of them I'm going to share, but I'm going to tell you something once I share these first two with you. This little girl, she's got to have a hair combing. And all 4 of these are the My Friends dolls. And I think this is the only dolls they put out in that series is 4. If I'm not mistaken. That's the only ones I found anyway. Let me get her hair combed. And I'm going to tell you her name and then tell you about her. And I wished I could remember who it was that shared their dolls. The reason I even knew these were out. I didn't know anything about them until I seen another YouTuber share their dolls. And I can't remember now who it was. If you have these My Friend dolls, please let me know in the comments below. I'm thinking it might have been Dory's Dollies, but I'm not sure on that. I'm totally not sure on that. But somebody shared them. And so when I seen them, I went on Macquarie looking for them. And that's where I got mine, was on Macquarie. Okay. I got water all over her face. So this little girl's name is Becky. Yep. That's her Fisher Price, My Friend's name. Becky. And Mikey. These were the first 2 I purchased, was Mikey and Becky. And later I got the other 2. There was a reason I purchased these 2. So, I'm going to tell you the reason I purchased these 2. Reason that they stood out to me when I seen whoever it was showing them. Back when I was 15 years old, I had a boyfriend that went to the church I went to. First off, my name is Rebecca, and my family calls me Becky. I call myself Becca on YouTube because when I first started out, I started out with a craft channel, and I didn't show myself. And I was hoping that having a different name, you know, not having Becky or Rebecca on my YouTube channel, that if anybody I knew happened to come across my videos, maybe they wouldn't recognize my voice and they wouldn't put it together that it was me. I didn't want anybody I knew to know I was doing videos back at the time that I started. So that's why I put my name as Becca. So now most everybody, well, everybody on YouTube knows me as Becca. Most everybody on Facebook knows me as Becca. Everybody on Instagram knows me as Becca. That's my name now. But, you know, my family always calls me, and they still do, call me Becky, for a nickname for Rebecca. And so, naturally, this doll being named Becky caught my attention. But this doll being named Mikey also caught my attention because the boy that I was going with back when I was 15 years old, his name was Mikey. And I thought that was so neat that I could have a Mikey and Becky doll. I just thought it was neat. So that's why I got these two. And I don't know if you remember the commercial back in the 70s when I was, early teen. There was a cereal commercial. I can't even remember what cereal it was, but there was, these three little boys. Two was older, and then one was a younger little boy. And there was a commercial about a cereal. The two older boys wasn't sure they wanted to try the cereal. Was it Cheerios? I can't remember which cereal it was. But the two older boys wasn't sure if they wanted to try the cereal. They wasn't sure if they'd like it. And so they poured up, they had a bowl of cereal poured up, and they just wasn't sure if they wanted it. So they were talking, and so they decided that they would, let's give it to Mikey. He will eat anything. And so they pushed the bowl over there, and Mikey started eating it. He was the youngest boy, and he liked it. And so one of the little boys said to him, "Hey, Mikey!" And then he spoke back to the older boy and said, "He likes it." So, because of that commercial, and I was going with a boy named Mikey, I would say that a lot. And I still say it, a lot. But like if somebody, or I like something, or something, I'll say, "Hey, Mikey, he likes it." And so, because his name is Mikey and her name is Becky, I thought I had to have them. So, me being who I am, and if there's anything in a series, I think I have to have them all. I can't go with just one or two of them. I have to have them all. So, the next doll I got was this one right here. And her name is Jenny. From Fisher-Price. Her name is Jenny. And I'm going to show you her face just a minute. Let me get her hair combed, because I was changing them last night, trying to get them in their original outfits, and I got so hot and so tired and so frustrated that I didn't get around to combing their hair last night. I didn't even get Mikey changed into his outfit until this morning. But this is Jenny, and she is part of the Fisher-Price My Friends dolls. And this is actually, I'm not sure, this is not the originals, this is one of the Fisher-Price My Friends outfits, but it was extra outfit. This is not the outfit she had on in the box. I've looked it up. She had a dress on, but I kind of overlooked her dress. I know I have it, but I kind of overlooked her dress somehow or another, so I just put this like a little jogging suit on her. But that is Jenny. Let me give you a closer up. I don't think I gave you a close up. There's little Mikey. And Mikey has freckles across his nose. I love freckles. When I was a little girl, I had freckles. Now I think they just all blend together. I don't even know if I have freckles anymore. Becky has a few very light ones across her nose, but you can barely see them. I don't know if they faded over time or they just made her that way. But she does have a few little freckles. Then, like I said, Jenny here. Jenny doesn't have any freckles. And I love these dolls. I love the shapes of their faces. I think they are just adorable. So, last but not least, we have one more doll from the Fisher-Price My Friends series. And like I said, I was already married when these dolls came out. And then, you know, I had 2 boys, and we didn't look at dolls. We only looked at boy toys. And her hair's thinned a little bit, but I mean, she is an older doll. The way it's supposed to part, then, you know, it's very thin. But I'm gonna get her up there just a minute and tell you her name. Okay. So this little girl's name is, let me see. This is Mandy. And she doesn't have freckles. But this is Mandy. And this is not the outfit she came in her box. And I thought I had her outfit, but either I don't have it or I overlooked it too. But that's Mandy. So this is my Fisher-Price My Friends dolls collection. And I collected them because of Mikey and Becky. So that is the story behind that. Don't tell my husband that that's why I bought those 2 dolls. I didn't marry Mikey. Don't tell my husband. I just thought it was neat that there were dolls named Mikey and Becky in the same series. And, you know, I just thought I had to have them. And then once I got them, I thought I had to have the rest in the series. So that's my babies. That's my babies. So, anyway, that does it for Small Dolls and Stuffy Saturday. And I guess that's it for Rockin' with Becca also. Thank you so much for coming by and visiting with me today. And I want to give you a reminder about the giveaway, the Paradise Galleries doll giveaway. I've gave some details on the video, one of the videos I did yesterday. It's the name reveal. There's 3 things I have in there, and I can't remember the middle one. But I have name reveal, something other, and giveaway update is in the title. It was one of yesterday's videos that will give you the details of, you know, about the giveaway. It's not the giveaway entry video, but it tells you, you know, details about the giveaway if you'd like to go check that out. I want to remind you one last time. I want to remind you about the Happy Peeps subscription that you can subscribe to. Now, to subscribe to my channel, to like it, and to comment, all that's free. You never have to pay to subscribe to someone's channel. But they may have an extra subscription that you can join, a monthly or weekly or whatever you want to call it. Yeah, monthly. You pay monthly. Some channels does that. And I have what I call my Happy Peeps. And it is a paid subscription. And it's only $2.99 a month. And you get extra perks. You get badges. You get emojis that no one else can use. I try to post every morning on the community board just for the Happy Peeps. I lately hadn't. It's been hit and miss. I'm sorry. I get up and get busy and forget to post. I'm so sorry about that, Happy Peeps. But I post, you know, on the community board for the happy peeps only. Only they can see it. You get early access to some videos. You get some videos that's just for happy peeps that no one else will ever see. Just some little extra perks for being a paid subscriber. And like I said, it's $2.99 a month is all you pay. You can set up a payment plan where they automatically take it out every month. I'm not sure just, you know, what all different methods you can use. But you will find that below every video, you'll see a little join tab. You can click on that tab and it would tell you what you would get by being a paid subscriber. It doesn't automatically sign you up when you click on the join tab. You have to, after you read about it, you have to, you know, sign up and put in your information. So you can click on that join tab and go read about what you'll be getting as a paid subscriber. So the reason I said for the last time is because once I hit 3,000 subscribers, that's when I'm doing the Paradise Galleries giveaway. Sorry guys, fibro fog. It's going to be very few and far between. That's the way it goes. It's going to be very few and far between that I mention anything about the paid subscription, about me being monetized or anything like that. I'm going to focus on enjoying my channel. If I'm, you know, if I get enough of subscribers and I keep enough of subscribers to keep payments coming in, great. That's wonderful. That'll help me out. But if I don't, I'm just doing it for the fun of it and for the therapy. You know, doing these videos, it's my therapy. Having you to communicate with is my therapy. My dolls is my therapy. So whether I ever get another paycheck from YouTube or not, I'm going to be doing videos, and that's what I'm going to focus on. I'm not going to focus on trying to get you to subscribe that I can make more money. If you like my videos, you'll subscribe. If you don't, you won't, and we're going to leave it at that. So if I do mention it again, it's going to be far off from now. It's going to be a good long while before I mention it again, because my focus is just plain having fun, sharing my beautiful dolls with you, communicating with you, and having friends here on YouTube. That's my goal. I don't ever want to get where my YouTube channel is a job that I feel obligated. I've got to do a video so I can make some money. No, I don't ever want to get to that place. Because when you get to that place, I've noticed by people I've watched, when you get to that place that you're doing it just to make your money, I find that the videos are not as good. People don't, you know, really put into it. They start trying to think of what can I do to draw more viewers? What can I do to draw more subscribers? And so their channel becomes fake. You know, it's not the truth. And I'm out here to connect with people that has the same likes as I have, that enjoys collecting dolls. And I'm more than a collector. I'm a dolly mommy. I'm a whole lot more than a collector. Um, I don't just collect my dolls, change them for themes, and set them back on the shelf. I interact with my dolls daily, whether I do a video or not. They are my therapy. Hugging a doll, um, just like sitting here hugging this doll, I don't know, it does something for me. It helps me. And so, I'm a doll mommy. I'm not just a doll collector. I don't get on video, do a video for a theme, and then set the dolls up. I have a doll with me most all the time, on video or off. And I want my videos to stay true. I want them to stay the real me. They may not always be happy and joyful, because the real me sometimes has bad days. But I want my videos to be the real me. And so I don't want to focus on, I got to get more viewers so I can make more money. If I never receive another paycheck, I'm still going to do my videos, because you are my therapy. All right, guys. Well, it is over an hour already. I am so sorry for keeping you this long. Sorry, not sorry. Okay? This is my long videos. Sometimes it happens that it's over an hour. I usually try to keep it around 50 minutes, but I don't always make it. Sometimes we go over an hour. But anyway, I hope you have enjoyed rocking with Becca today. I hope you made it this far. I hope you will answer my question in the comments below, or either do a video and tag me in it, so I can see how you store and display your dolls. All right, guys, I'm going to let you go for now. I hope you all have a great rest of your weekend, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.